So good morning. So I'm here just to explain you the project that we have did recently on the Node MCU with DHT sensor, right? So first of all, I just wanted to give you an overview of what is about the DHT sensor that we had seen. So this is absolutely called the DHT sensor. So if you could see, we have the digital humidity and temperature sensor that is probably called as the DHT sensor, and the pins available for these sensors is going to be plus, minus, and an out signal. Okay, so there's the three pins available for the DHT sensor, and effectively we have a Node MCU. This is an Arduino board that is working with an ESP8266 Wi-Fi module. So this is a Node MCU, and what are the connections? Of course, the connections I have explained to you in the report also. So we have to connect positive and negative voltage for this particular chip. So you have the positive and negative pins. You have the positive. I have connected the positive to white color jumper and the negative to the black color jumper. And if you can see and follow it, trace it back here. So I would be fixing it to uh, the white color. The white will be going for the 3-volt signal, that is the VCC, and the black color will be going for the ground. Okay, so I have placed the 3-volt and ground, and of course the yellow color pin I have placed it on the GPIO. Yeah, so I have placed it on the GPIO pin 14, or essentially it is here D3. So if you can see it clearly, it is D3 pin. So we have placed it on the sorry, it is in the D5 pin. So it is in the D5 pin. We have placed it on a D5 pin. D5 pin. So it is a GPIO 14. Okay, so the output will be in a digital form. So the output we have placed it in the D5 pin. So this is your circuit connections as well. So once I have done this, I will be connecting my Node MCU to the Arduino IDE. So now I'll present my screen to you and explain how this is actually being done. Yeah, fine. So good. So at present, I'm just using this particular thing here. So this is my Arduino IDE. So first, what I need to do is I need to uh, I need to first open the Arduino IDE. So once I open the Arduino IDE, the first step that I would be doing is to go there and connect my ESP8266 board, that is Node MCU board, to this Arduino IDE. And as soon as I do that, I need to configure the Arduino IDE tool. So what are the first things that I need to do? So first go to the tools. In the tools, you will be having the boards, okay, in the board manager. So just click on the boards in the board manager, and you need to go for the ESP8266 boards. On the ESP8266 board, select the generic ESP8266 module. So this is a predefined module that you have on the ESP8266. So importing the board, you could find a lot of videos on the net how to import the boards. So this is a generic ESP8266 and the COM port. So whichever the COM port I have connected. So I have connected my audio, there is Node MCU to COM25. So I have used this COM25. So how to identify this is whether it is connected to COM25, you could use the device manager. So once you go for the device manager, you will be having it. So the other settings are called simple. Okay. And next, what you need to do is after connecting all these things, you could find this generic ESP8266 module in the COM25. So I'll quickly explain you the coding. So what is actually about the coding that we have written here? So we are using a DHT22 processor. So we have to include a DHT11. So we have used a DHT11 and you can use a DHT22. So for this example, I'm using a DHT11 processor. That is not a problem. So DHT type is going to be DHT11, and the pin 14, GPIO 14 is the pin D5. So we have connected the D5 pin here, and whatever the serial clock, what the serial clock is needs to be interfaced, what is going to be the serial monitor interfacing time is going to be the baud rate, that is 115200. That is going to be the serial baud rate in which the Node MC is going to interact with the serial port of my laptop. Okay, so this is a serial board, and we are giving a 2 seconds timeout. So why this timeout is for 2 seconds is the DHT sensor by itself, it is a digital sensor. What it will actually do, it will sense the humidity as well as the temperature for every 2 seconds, and this is the sampling rate. And so we have given a timeout of 2 seconds, right? So this sensor is giving me an output in the form of a digital value, right? So the digital value, or sometimes what I need to do is I need to control it, I need to get it through my input pin. So I am using a general purpose IO pin number 14. Okay, so general purpose IO pin number 14, I am using it here, and this is for the input that is going to fetch it. So otherwise everything is going to be integrated in the DHT-ESP-H. Okay, DHT-ESP-H is a header file. The header file has been given on the website link itself. The header file has been given on the university website link. So we have used this DHT ESP header file, and this header file is having the member functions that is relating to getting out what is the humidity, get temperature, get Fahrenheit. So it is going to get all these things. So what I'm going to do, I'm essentially going to store the values. So humidity value, I'm going to store it in a variable float H, and temperature I'm going to store in float T, and float F is going to temperature, it's going to convert my temperature to Fahrenheit. From Celsius to Fahrenheit, I'm going to make it here. To Fahrenheit is a function, and later what I'm going to do is I'm going to control it. I'm going to control the DHT pin. So what I will do is going to check whether the DHT has been connected or not. If there is no valid numbers, that is NaN, there is no numbers that is present in the values of H, F, and T, that means my DHT has not been connected. So we will be displaying an error message called failed to read from DHT on my serial monitor. So this is a serial print. So serial print line failed to read from DHT sensor. So this means that DHT is not fetching me the data. And then I'm going to do the time since last read is going to become initialized to 0. So now I'm going to start it. So this is going to be in a void loop function. So this is completely a loop function. So first what I need to do is this is going to return nothing. So this is going to return nothing. So first what I will be doing is I will be starting it. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going to compute the heat index. So heat index I'm going to compute in the terms of Fahrenheit. So this is an inbuilt function, compute heat index. So I'm going to store the values of heat index in Fahrenheit HIF and heat index in Celsius. That is another function that I'm going to compute. And then what I'll be doing, I'll be printing all the values on my serial monitor using the function serial print, humidity, temperature, heat index, as well as with a unit. So all these things I'm going to print it on my serial monitor. So serial dot print humidity, it's a character, and then this is the variable that I'm going to print there. Okay, so these are the things, and then I'm going to make it a delay of 100 milliseconds. Okay, so I'm going to make a delay of 100 milliseconds, and then I'm going to increment my time slice to next. This is going to be post incrementing it by 100. Okay, so once the entire code is complete, I'll be just first what I'll be doing, I'll be connecting it here. Once I connect it, I need to first verify my code. So in order to verify my code, first I will be clicking on the verify. So once there is code has no errors or no bugs on it, you will be getting it successfully verified. Okay, so first I'm going to compile it. Yes, I have compiled it. So compiling it is being done, and I'll be getting a symbol. It is perfectly done. Okay. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be uploading it. So in order to upload, so what I need to do after it is done compiling, I'll be just giving upload. So once I give upload, what happens is it will be compiling it, recompiling it again before uploading it, and you could see this is my ESP8266 that has been connected, node MCU that has been connected to my COM4. So you can see it is writing at the particular port. So writing 30%, it will be writing at the different addresses present inside the node MCU. The program is being written into the device now. So yeah, so the program is now being written into the device. So you could see it is almost done, 100%. Now it is going to hard reset my device, and it is going to finish it. So once it is done, what I need to do is I need to open my serial monitor. So in order to check my values, I need to open my serial monitor. So once I open my serial monitor, I will be checking this COM25. Yeah, this is connected to COM25, and what I'll be doing is I'll be just selecting the baud rate, and now you can see the values are being printed here. So I have a humidity of 13, temperature of 29 degrees Celsius, and it is converted into heat index and everything. So I can just try by increasing the temperature of this DHT sensor. So there is a small problem. If I have just placed it, so there was a small interruption. So if I'm going to place my hand over here, so you could see the temperature is getting pretty much increase because I am going to place my hand on it. So since I have placed my hand on it, you can find an increase in temperature. So furthermore, if you are wanted to verify the increase in temperature, what I could do is I could just put a light on it. So my flashlight from my mobile is definitely hot. So you could see this flashlight, I'm just plotting it over here. So this in turn will definitely increase the temperature to a certain extent. So you could see the temperature is now getting fine. So this is not going to work because it's not going to be a much of a heat source. So I'll find a perfect heat source for this. So for that case, what I will be doing is I'll just take a working match. So do this experiment carefully. So what I will be doing, I just light the match. So now this is exact temperature change that you can see. So once I bring my DHT near to that temperature, what happens? You could definitely see an increase. Yeah, sorry, there is a, this is again, yeah, I could see there was a small fluctuation there and you had a humidity dip and you had a temperature increase from 32 degrees Celsius. So this is being done. So 32 degrees is what I have been using a match now. So I think it is now, hope it is clear for you. So thank you.